Cool, we are live.
Are we live finally?
We are finally
after 60
live.
years of technical issues. But
We're just gonna
live.
share. We're just gonna share the stream on Facebook,
We are live like a live thing.
like a actual live
Like
thing.
a mongoose in a chicken stall.
Please share this. Cool. I don't think anybody's here yet.
Hello out there.
So I guess we'll see in a little while when people start joining us.
Yeah.
Let's give it a couple of seconds.
I think you probably clicked off, probably click back soon. So yeah, we are here. Hello out there.
We really are.
Uh,
I'm just gonna do this. Just do that. Beep, 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 boop,
When it's
bop,
that
beep.
awkward live stream and no one's on yet, so you dance.
That's how it works. That's how it works when you are live.
When you
When you are live and alive.
alive.
I think we can cut this out of the replay, I'm pretty sure.
Let's leave it in there, man. Let's just
You
let
got
the
the whole intro, this whole bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's do that. I think. Let me just add it to playlists. Saves. Now I think you can watch it on Instagram as well, potentially.
potentially.
Photos. What's that?
Is that
Put your
a
phone on
question?
mute, Mark.
Would you
Oh,
mark
it's
it?
an update from the pictures.
Oh,
We're
hey,
live.
we are live. Can you
What?
believe it? What?
Am I
Isn't that
subscribed?
crazy?
Why am I not getting this? There we go. We are live.
4 concurrent viewers. That's exciting. That's super excited.
Alright.
Say something in the chat if you're watching. Let us know that you are watching.
that you
And
are
then
existing.
we do have a plan for today. I'm going to explain it right now. So start typing your questions. So I'm Yaku,
I'm Kalen.
And I'm Mark.
and you know us from Loot Pictures. We've been making a bunch of videos on this channel for just over a year now, almost a year and a
Yeah.
half.
Quite some time.
I mean, Kalen's been in the videos since like 2017. OG. He's been in the vlogs. So also, if you haven't seen any of the vlogs, go check them out. It's pretty cool. But what we're going to be doing today is, Akai says hi. Hi, Akai.
Alright, I hope you're saying your name correct.
Yeah, sorry if I'm saying it wrong. So how it's going to work is we have a tagline, if you haven't seen our videos, which is make your movie, or go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Thanks, Caitlin.
Thanks, Caitlin.
That's such a nice thing to say. So how it's going to work is you might see there's a little thing that says, wait, where is it? It's like down here, right? It says MYM count, and that stands for make your movie.
Yeah.
So we are going to be saying go out there, stay safe, and make your movie 1,000 times. One time for every single subscriber.
Yeah.
1,000
And-
we'll refresh at the end and then
Yeah, we'll
there's
just
the extra.
But
Sure, yeah.
while that's going, we're also going to be answering questions.
Yeah.
So one of us will stop with the make your movie while the other two continue.
Yeah.
So we are
Yeah.
going to continue. So let's start. Oh, Lunga asked the question. Hey, Lunga.
Hey, Lungs.
So we're going to start with make your movie, and then we'll start answering questions.
Yeah.
I'll answer the first couple of questions from Instagram, and then we'll come through to. I didn't put my phone on mute. We'll come back to the questions on YouTube. Cool. So let's start. 1, 2, 3. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. We'll probably start going quicker.
Go
Okay,
out.
so you guys can keep going and just lower your volume a bit.
Alright.
So the first question that we have is, I'm going to stand here closer to the microphone. The first question that we had was,
Stay safe.
do you have any exciting projects coming up?
Go out there.
This is so
Stay
chaotic.
safe.
Let me know if you can actually hear what I'm saying. Do we have any exciting projects coming up? And if so, let me tell you. So yes, we do. We have 2 short films planning that we want to shoot very soon. We can't really say too much about it just yet, but let's say very exciting things coming. Not even just filmmaking things. So other than that, we started a rental company. So if you want to check that out, please do. It's looprentals.com. Cool. So now I'm going to join them, and then Caitlin's going to... No, Mark's going to answer the next question.
My lips are so dry.
Okay. Okay, Caitlin, go out there, stay safe, and make your
So
movie.
we've got another question
Go out
from
there, stay
Kuanshu.
safe,
I hope I'm pronouncing
and
that
make
right.
your movie.
Which is
Go
what
out
software
there,
would you
stay
recommend
safe,
for color grading
make
and
your
editing?
movie. Go out there,
We've got a few
stay
videos
safe,
on this actually,
and make
just
your
to
movie. Go
plug
out
in
there,
first.
stay safe, and make
Yaki
your
made a really
movie.
good video
Go out
where he
there,
edited
stay
all the
safe,
same
and make your
video
movie.
series on different
Go out
editing
there,
software, and then we
stay
gave all of our thoughts.
and make your movie.
So you can go
Go
check that out
there,
on our
stay
channel.
safe,
But for
your
us personally,
movie.
we use
Go
Adobe
out there,
Premiere
stay
Pro
safe, and make
for
your
editing
movie.
because
Go out there, stay
it
safe,
works really well with
and make your movie.
with Creative Cloud. They've
Go
got their
out
whole
there,
suite,
stay
and all
safe,
of the programs
and
really
make
work
your
well with
movie.
one another,
Go
especially
out there,
Premiere
stay
Pro
safe,
and After Effects.
make your
We really love how
Go out
they
there, stay
integrate.
safe,
And
make
for
your
grading, for our
Go
normal
out
YouTube
there,
videos, we
stay
just
safe,
use
and
Lumetri.
make your
It's
movie.
pretty damn
Go
efficient
out
for
there,
just
stay safe, and make
you know,
your movie.
normal video editing, but to get
stay
sort of
safe,
really detailed
and
for
make
our
your
films
movie.
and other
Go out
projects that
there,
require.
stay safe,
This is so
and
chaotic,
make
it's
your
amazing.
Go out there,
For projects like our
Stay safe,
films that require
and make
more
your movie.
sort of fine tweaking, we use Davinci Resolve. Davinci Resolve is incredible.
Make your movie.
If you're just starting out, I would also recommend Davinci Resolve for everything, for editing, for After Effects, for you can do sound, you can they want to be an all-in-one post sort of place, but really at the moment I feel that their color grading, which is obviously their original intention, was their most is their most sort of well-featured program. So yeah, DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, After Effects are our main programs. That's the short answer to the very long answer. So yeah, shall we do another question?
Awesome.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.
Okay, so the next
Go
question
out there,
is out there
stay
for
safe,
me.
and make
I
your
just want to give out a
movie.
shout out to everyone else that
Go
joined
out
us,
there,
enjoyed
stay
us.
safe,
Hey
hey
Nadia,
Go
nice
out
to see you out
stay
there.
safe,
Thanks for
and
the
make your
congratulations.
movie. Go
Okay,
out
so
there, stay
there's a
safe,
question here.
and make your movie.
How can you ensure
Go
your
out there,
team
stay safe,
understands and
and
can
make your
and
movie.
will implement your
Go out
vision
there, stay
as a
safe,
director?
and
okay?
make your movie.
So
Go out
from
there,
my
stay safe,
very brief
make your
experience as a
movie.
director on a
Go
few
out
short
there,
films,
stay
I
safe,
would say the key
and make
to
your
making everyone
movie.
understand your
Go
vision
out there,
is
stay
just
safe,
communication,
and
communication,
make your
communication
movie. Go out
in your
there,
treatments and
stay
everything.
safe,
Just try and
make
put
your
down
movie.
everything that
Go out
inspires you
there,
to make
stay
the
safe,
story in there, like your
make your
references and all that.
movie.
If you have pictures
Go
or
out there,
magazines,
stay safe,
anything on Pinterest,
make your
try and
movie.
involve the crew as
Go
much
out
as you
there,
can
stay
in
safe,
the things that
and make
influenced
your
you and the
movie.
things that you kind of
Go out
feel,
there, stay safe,
the things
and
that you
make
kind
your
of feel
movie.
influence you
Go
as a
out
writer.
there,
So
stay safe,
try and
make
get your
your
crew together,
movie.
maybe like
Go
to
out
have
there,
watch parties
stay
with certain
safe,
films that you like
and
that
make
has
your
a similar
movie.
tone and
Go out
atmosphere that
there,
you want.
stay safe,
And just try and
and make
communicate
your
all the time,
movie.
even if it's
Go
annoying.
out there,
If you get an
stay
idea,
safe,
just post it on the
and
groups or
make
post
your
it to an
movie.
individual actor.
Go
Let them
out
know
there, stay
your
safe,
mindset all the
and
time,
make
even when
your
it comes to like
movie.
certain songs that
Go
you
out
maybe
there,
think would go
stay
good with the
safe,
movie. Make the
and
whole
make your
crew,
movie.
not just like
Go
the
out
music
there,
person or
stay
whoever, just
safe,
let the whole
and make
crew
your movie.
listen to
Go
the kind
out
of songs
there,
that you
stay
feel would agree
and
with the
make
movie or
your
would kind of go
movie.
with that kind of movie,
Go
or
out there, stay
pictures or
safe,
paintings or anything
make
like
your
that.
movie.
I think kind of just helps
Go
get the
out
crew
there,
in a
stay
similar
safe,
mindset
and make
to
your
the film
movie.
that you want to make. So as long as you
Go
just
out
keep
there,
communicating
stay safe,
your feelings, no
and
matter
make
how
your
silly you think you
movie.
sound, I think
Go
the
out
more
there,
you
stay
over
safe,
talk, like the more you
and
over
make your
communicate
movie.
with your crew, the
Go out
more
there,
they'll
stay
like kind of
safe,
see the mindset
and
you'll
make
be
your
getting in.
movie.
And hopefully
Go out
by
there,
the end of
stay
that,
safe,
it would be in that kind of way that you communicated so much that even if they took you off the crew, they would understand the kind of movie that you would want to make. And then in the end, I think that's the best thing. It's just communicate. So yeah, I don't know if that helps, but yeah, that's my input. All right, I'm gonna jump back into this.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Cool. So I'll answer the next question, which is also from Instagram, which is benefits to collab writing, or is it better to just have mentorship? So Mark and I write together. We collab. And we actually do have a podcast on writing where we discuss this. So if you want to go check that out, just go back in the podcast playlist. It's the one about writing. There's a long one, but we also extracted it, I think. It literally just says collaborating as writers. But what I would say is I definitely prefer co-writing. I think it's just so much easier to bounce ideas off of. Not that writing is ever easy, but I do think that having somebody to like ask you questions and telling you or like telling you no, your ideas are bad, or that's a cool idea, but what if we do it like this? I think that really helps. Mentorship is also very good. Co-writing isn't for everybody. Like Caden can speak about this as well maybe next, but he writes alone and that works really well for him. I think for Mark and I, we just feel like we write better together. Before Mark also answers the same question, I just want to address some of the comments that we're getting on YouTube just to obviously keep it going. Thank you guys so much. Akai says thanks for the video. Such a pleasure. Please leave comments for other videos that you would like us to make. Lunga says, I really think you guys should make cool teas with film slang. Not a question, but yeah. You know, we've been thinking about this. We've got the Loop Picture shirt. We might want to start a merch line if there's interest. So if you guys want to see some of our designs or whatever, maybe we'll make it happen. Then Nadia says, well done for 1,000 subs. Thank you so much, Nadia. Really do appreciate it. Nadia was in that writing video that I was just talking about. So thank you so much for also being in that video. Akai says, any future ideas? I think we'll talk about that in a little bit. Jordan says that's her cousin. I think she was talking about Kaylin. That's awesome. Yuan says, good job guys, totally deserve this. Oh, thanks Yuan, that's really nice of you to say. Verna says, congrats, great achievement. It is, thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. Chief TV says, well done, 1,000 subs. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Zenobia also says, well done. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to give over to Mark, who's going to answer the question about co-writing.
And make your movie.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe.
I think
make your movie.
I agree with Yaku.
Go out there, stay safe.
It's not for everyone. I think you find your own process while you're writing. And for us, we found that we really enjoyed bouncing ideas off one another. Also, yeah, as I was saying, when we're in the sort of writing space, there's kind of no ego attached to it, and I think that's a really good space to be in. The ability to concede to a better idea, even if it's not your idea, just because you want to write the best thing. So if you even ask us at the end of a finished script, like, oh, whose ideas were who, we when I'm getting lost in the chaos. When we're writing together, we feel that, as I was saying, there's no ego attached. Like, we're all in service of the best idea, no matter whose idea it is. And then at the end of the day, with like a finished script, you can ask us sort of, oh, which ideas were who, and we sort of can't remember anymore because it becomes like one cohesive script, really. And what I found is that a really big benefit with co-writing, which is kind of what Yaku hits on as well, is your first draft is kind of like a second draft already, because you've bounced it off 2 people and you've already got that almost like first round of feedback. So yeah, I'd suggest perhaps trying it out. And if it's not for you, that's not a big deal. You might work out better by yourself. You might even work better, writing with like even more than 2 people. It's all about finding out what works best for you. Yeah.
And make your movie. Go out there, stay safe. And make your movie. Go out there, stay safe. And make your movie. Go out there, stay safe. And make your movie. Go out there, stay safe.
Okay.
And make your movie.
So, benefits to collab writing, or is it better to just have mentorship? Well, I think they two different ways of learning, I would say. If I'm understanding your question correctly, if you're asking if it's better to just write with someone and like grow from there, or to just get a mentor, I think it kind of depends on what you have, like who you have around you. I think you can do definitely both. I think you can collab and have a writer present with you, and then still have a mentor kind of guide you through it. And stay safe. And make you, and still have learn from a mentor. I think that could actually help more. Like if Mark and Yaku are writing a script, and Yaku has someone still mentoring him on the outside, I think that person's influence can then come in that collaboration and kind of help them both out learn. So I would say it's not really choosing one. I think you could do both, but definitely do learn from each one. And I think if you do a combination of both, you'll learn like twice as much. I personally have written a lot of scripts just by myself, but I do kind of do this thing where I send the script out to like as many writers as I know that I can trust, and then ask them just to give me as many notes as possible. So I kind of see that as using mentors. Like I definitely feel like I use people far above me in terms of writing to get their feedback, and so I go more along the mentorship way, and I feel like that helps me personally. But I think you can try a combination of both. I am now currently writing with Mark on a story right now, so for me it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. But I would say it's not really a choice. I think it's whatever suits you, and also you can just combine both and get a mentor and still be in a collaborative writing relationship kind of thing. So that's me answering that question, and I'm going to hand this back and get back into the chaos.
And make your movie. Okay, so I'm just gonna listen to or just read some of the comments on YouTube here. So Lunga asked which platform are we going to read the questions. We're doing both Instagram and YouTube here. So if you go onto our Instagram @LukePictures, you'll see there's a story. One of the stories is just me announcing the live stream, and then there's another one where we ask people for questions. So you can just go there, ask your question, or you can just type it here in the chat here. So speaking of here in the chat, Jordan asks, Jordan DK, first he says you're about to summon a Teletubby, and I totally agree. We're definitely going to do that.
I see you, Jordan.
We're coming up on 200 times though, so that's pretty good. We're making good time. So Jordan asked, do directors, scriptwriters study things they'd put into the film, like say they had to add calculus? Would they employ someone to guide them or study it themselves? I think it's a combination of both. Like for example, Aaron Sorkin, he's a writer, but he wrote the political drama, Newsroom, which was sort of like a political drama about the news, whatever. And there's a lot of good material out there, and I would say that a writer should always do as much research as they can and actually learn how to do the thing that they're writing. So I think it's always a good idea to research, to ask somebody, like if you to use your example, calculus, I would say go to a university, ask the calculus professor, I want to write about this and this and this. How do you suggest I go about that? And then have him or her explain it to you, but there's always that element where you come up with a scenario and you're like, wait, does this work? For example, for Malamila, which was the first film that Mark and I actually wrote, it was my honors project at After Film School. It was like a time travel movie, and obviously I'm not a physicist. I went to film school, so I was watching a ton of YouTube videos, asking people, emailing people, just getting that research done. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's still a film, so fiction is totally allowed. You're allowed to be like, just make stuff up. But it depends on how accurate you want it to be. So obviously, the more accurate you want it to be, the more, the more you would want to get that information, put it in, and then send that script back to the professor and be like, yo, would this work? And then he'd be like, yeah, no. Or he'd be like, that won't work, but perhaps if you do it like this, then it might work. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Type another one if that didn't answer your question very well. I think Mark can answer this next one from Caitlin, which, Mark, are you good? You're going to answer this question here.
Make your movie. Go out there, stay safe,
and make your movie.
Hello. Thanks for the question. Thanks for all the support as well. All the nice comments. It's really cool to see. So Caitlin asked, what was the first film you watched that made you decide to go into this industry? Well, I think... Oh, you're welcome, Jordan. For me, it was Blade Runner by Ridley Scott. I think I watched it when I was like way too young to understand it, but I think before that I'd watched things like Jurassic Park, which is obviously a phenomenal film, but I'd watched like these sort of big blockbusters obviously when I was a lot younger, and then I watched Blade Runner, and it was like, I was too young to understand it, but it was like talking about all of these other bigger themes and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, you can do this with movies, like this is what you can do. And then that started me on this path of trying to find, films that are different, films that can explore different things, and really films that like widen your worldview and sort of enrich yourselves. Obviously, I think there's place for every type of film, from blockbusters to indies, but I think Blade Runner was the one that really like opened my eyes to what you can do with film. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else wants to answer that question as well.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.
Okay, I'll be answering the next one. I'm sorry, I'm extremely blind. What is the first? Okay, wait, let me just read it properly. What was the first film you watched that made you decide to go into the industry? Ooh, that's a good question. I wouldn't say for me it was one particular film. I actually found that out in film school that a lot of people had like one movie that they felt made them want to be a filmmaker, but for me it was more about an emotion and experience through multiple films. When I was a kid, me and my folks would when we lived in like El Dorado Park, we would put all our couches together and then have what is called a family night, where we just watch movies together, and we used to watch like westerns, Bruce Lee films, horrible Mortal Kombat movie. So it was just like the experience of watching movies with family members that I think made me. Why is it a dance now? I think for me it was more of an experience of just having family around, and just kind of I wanted to kind of do that same thing where I tell stories and bring people together to watch movies, and just kind of had that communal feeling that like you can all experience the same emotions through a film. And I think it's kind of more like from the ethos of telling stories from like back in the day when like the caveman and Koi and all of that would tell stories around a fire, and you'd all experience the emotions together. So for me it wasn't a particular film, it was more just an experience I had as a child of constantly just watching movies together as a family. But the films that I do remember earliest for me that I think that just like made my jaw drop and stuff. I think it was Matrix was one of them. Matrix for me just like changed the game in terms of filmmaking. I've never seen anything like that at the time. And yeah, I think yeah, like I don't think there's any one particular movie though that I can mention. Just like I said, just the experience of watching films with people I love and experiencing the same emotions together. So yeah, so that's me. That's my very corny kind of answer. I know it's not what you looked for, but yeah, that's my answer. So thanks for that, Caitlin, and shout out to Jordan. I see you, man, and thanks to everyone that's doing this with us. You don't know how dry our mouths are right now, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, and thank you to everyone who's subscribing with us right now. And yeah, let's hop on back to Yaku. I don't know if he has anything else to say.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Okay, cool. So we've got some more questions from Instagram. So somebody asked, why are you guys so cool and talented and awesome?
Oh wow!
I'm not joking. That's an actual question. I promise. There it is. Michael, thank you so much for that question. I don't know if that's entirely true, but yes, thank you. You know, it just happens when you make movies. You become cooler than you are. It's like a thing where you make yourself look cooler than you are, so that people would watch your videos. So I'm glad that's how it's coming up. So I think, Mark, do you want to take this next one? Maybe right here, Mark. Do you want to take that? All right, Mark's going to take the next one.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.
Thanks for that previous question, Michael.
And make your movie.
So we got one from Nostradamus, which is a rad username. Any features coming up? I can't say, which is the exciting thing. But we've got many projects in the work at various stages. So I can't confirm nor deny anything, but keep your eyes peeled, you know?
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. All right, let me jump in here again. Jordan, again, thank you so much. You're saying, I don't know why this is inspiring to me to work harder. Thanks, man. I don't know why it is either, but I'm glad it is. Yeah, we literally just trying to, make things happen for ourselves. When a lot of people, when they leave, film school or whatever, it just sort of like feels like a dead end. Like you're like, okay, cool, I studied it. Where are the jobs? And I think if like a lot of the more technical departments, like maybe editing, cinematography, those sort of departments get jobs a lot easier, I feel. But that doesn't mean that the jobs aren't out there. And, we are doing the jobs that we can do for money, but then we're reinvesting that money into, YouTube, into the films. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but the films that we used to have on our channel from last year are actually now on a platform called SUP. sup.co.za, which is a streaming platform for short films. So I don't know, we're just plugging them here because our films are on there. It does mean that it's a paid project now. They're launching this weekend. So if you would like to see our films and support us, then please go through and go subscribe. Our stuff is on there along with a bunch of other very cool filmmakers. So if you want to see our work and support us at the same time, then please go over to sup.co.za. I think we should put that in the description. I'll try to put it in the description now. I'm not sure how that works, but I'll try to do that now. You'll see me with the keyboard, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I think that's all I wanted to say right now. About the features, who knows? Let me see if there's any more questions before I hand over to Kaylin again. And make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.
Maybe I'll just take this one quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
Jordan just asked, what gets you over writer's block? Hey, Catherine Sutherland. Hello, Katie. What's up?
Make your movie.
Okay, enough with the song. It's our slogan, and we decided that for 1,000 subs, we thought we'd create a little chaos and say it 1,000 times as a celebration. So I'm sorry if it's annoying, but we think it's fun. Jordan asks, what gets you over writer's block? For us, whenever we're stuck, we go back to the intention and the obstacle. We go back to the characters that we've written. What did they want versus what's their unconscious need to make them a more developed character. We find that when we hit writer's block, it's really more an indication that you haven't set something up properly earlier on. That's why you're sort of hitting a block at that point, because something isn't specific enough earlier on in terms of the characters or the plot. And so I think going back to your basics really helps with writer's block. And also just trying out every single idea you can. If you hit a block, just list out every single possible thing that could happen, even if it's the worst thing ever, because you'll have to get through thousands and thousands of bad ideas before you get to the best idea. You know what I mean? So writer's block, just stare the block in the eyes, stare it in the eyes, and push through it, and go back to your fundamentals as well.
Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump in quick. So we're at 350. This is taking a little bit longer than we thought. We were like, maybe it'll take 10 seconds per time, and then we'll be done in like an hour. But looks like we're going to be here for a little bit longer. But that's cool. That's very cool. That means we're going to be here for longer to answer all of your questions. So sorry for how annoying this is, like Mark said. But yeah, if you've just joined and you're like, what is happening? It's so chaotic. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, which thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed. If you're not subscribed, go click it. We're going to check at the end of the stream exactly how many subscribers we have, because YouTube actually tells us. It doesn't really display it anymore, but like, we know we have 1,029 or whatever. So we'll go up until the last subscriber. Every single one of you who has subscribed is gonna get a Make Your Movie, okay? Every single one of you. It's gonna happen in this live stream. So, top movie recommendations from Catherine Sutherland. I think right now, from the Oscar season, The Father is really crazy. It's really, really good. I don't know, it's a sort of a slowish movie, but like the editing in that, the performance in that, it's amazing. So I would recommend that. Sound of Metal as well. That's an amazing movie. I would so recommend that. And what else can I recommend? On Netflix, there's a documentary that they just released about the scandal regarding the colleges in America, which is crazy and amazing. And what's really cool about it is that every single line of dialogue is actual recorded like phone conversations. So those would be my 3 recommendations to watch right now. And then there's also a movie called Black Bear that came out a little while ago. Go watch that. Okay, maybe Caden can now give us his movie recommendations, top 3.
Your movie. Top 3. Oh, this is the worst thing you can do to someone who loves movies this much.
Make your movie.
If you're talking about, are we talking about all time? Or are we talking about right now? Yes, you know, it's so hard. Okay. So, all time, top films right now. Yaku, I think, mentioned most of them already. But my kind of like taste in movie is more like, I like you get it like the art house Oscar films, and then you get like the more commercial big budget films. I find that I love both, so I can't really recommend one from each. But I would say for me, recommendations, movies to watch. This is so hard because then you're gonna hold it to me. Okay, so for me personally, my favorite film is gonna sound like a weird one. But my all-time favorite film, just because I like movies with perseverance and working hard to achieve your goals no matter where you are in life. So for my first one, I'd say The Pursuit of Happiness, unashamedly, I guess, because that's just for me a movie I keep watching whenever I'm in tough times. And I'm just like, you know, everyone goes through something that's really hard in their life that you think this is the end, and then if you just push a little bit harder, there's something always on the other side of the horizon. So for me, that's one. Another movie recommendation I would give. It's so distracting having them there. I would recommend watching Isolwane. No, I'm joking. That's a movie I made. It's on some of our platforms. Cinemagic. It's on Cinemagic. But yeah, two other films I'd recommend. This is so hard. I would also say, for me, a movie that also touched me quite when I was a kid, I would say is Armageddon. I loved Armageddon. I would recommend that, but I feel like half the world's watched that, so I don't know. Then I'd also recommend a movie I watched recently. I don't know if I'm saying it correct. How do you say it? Minari. Yes. Yes, Mari Biscuit, Minari, that movie. I love that movie. That's a movie I watched recently. For me, I just love films also where it's based off something that's your life story. Because I always feel if you try to copy like films like American style films or Hollywood style films, you're always gonna like come short. But if you make movies that's true to like your upbringing or true to like who you are, I feel like you're always gonna make a more authentic story. I know that's a horrible word to use, an authentic story. But yeah, that's why I also like directors like Taika Waititi. So like I'd recommend most of his films like Boy and Eagle vs Shark and all of those films. Like I just enjoy also films where it's filmmakers that stick to their roots. And just kind of let that influence them in some form of filmmaking, even if it's a sci-fi or whatever, but they still have a touch of where they come from in their films. So yeah, that's my extremely random recommendations. They really, like some of them, I don't know, like I was just saying off the top of my head because it's hard to kind of recommend with this going on in the background. And yeah, I also apologize for if this is super annoying. But I think it's kind of fun, and we're kind of enjoying it. And yeah, you know, it's a Mr. Beast rip-off. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna pop it over to Mark now, see if he has any recommendations you'd like to give.
Stay safe and make your movie. Let's just do a couple. Go out there, stay safe and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe.
Hi, I'm just gonna drink some water.
Go out there, stay safe and make your movie.
So movie recommendations, obviously I mentioned Blade Runner earlier. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You don't even necessarily to be like a huge sci-fi fan to enjoy that film. I think it's just infinitely insightful. But some of my favorite films is one of my all-time favorites is Dogtooth by Yorgos Lanthimos. He did The Favourite a few years ago. He's a Greek filmmaker. Just a warning, it's a little bit intense. There's some really mature themes, but I think that's a real good one. There's a movie called Wild, and it's also a book. I've got the last line of it tattooed on my arm. It's by... who made Wild again? I'm just forgetting because it's so much chaos. The French Canadian guy who made Big Little Lies.
What's his name, Mark?
Stay safe.
I can't remember it right now. There's so much chaos going on. But I've got another one.
And make your movie. Go out there, stay safe.
Me and You and
Stay safe and make your movie.
Jean-Marc Vallée, of course. He made Wild. It's based on a book by Cheryl Strayed. It's also a true story. Kaylin was saying that he also enjoys things taken from real life, and I think that's a beautiful one, especially for editing, because I'm such a big editing nerd. I think the editing in that is fantastic. If anyone wants to learn editing, study Wild. And my last recommendation is a film called Me and You and Everyone We Know by Miranda July. Hey, thanks man, Jean-Marc Vallée. I just couldn't remember it right now with the chaos going on behind me. Thanks Evan. Me and You and Everyone We Know by Miranda July. She's also one of my favorite directors. She's made 3 films. That one, Me and You and Everyone We Know, The Future, and most recently she made Kajillionaire, really sort of offbeat indies, character studies. But I think that, obviously I don't think her films are for everyone. I've spoken to a lot of people who just really don't like her work, so I think she's very divisive. But Miranda July, Yorgos Lanthimos. Check out everything by Paul Thomas Anderson. Check out all the adjacent filmmakers that they reference and speak about. And that was a long list, but
All right, Jordan. He says that go out there, stay safe, and make your movie because he's gonna go and study. So thanks so much for joining us, Jordan. You really asked some cool questions. So guys, we're doing 1,000 subscriber live stream. You guys, well, I hope you're all subscribed. If you're not subscribed, press that button. Come on. But yes, so we're doing a live stream about, just thanking everybody, and we're saying our tagline 1,000 times. One time for every single subscriber that we have. So if you're a subscriber, you're gonna get go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. So go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. But seriously, ask us some more questions. We know a lot of things. Maybe I could just tell a story. Let me tell a story about one of the. Let's talk about the first set of 6 films that we made. Which was the ones in the posters behind us there, which is Surface Tension, Big Robots. It was, this is confusing. Just in case, it is Public Engagement, it's Alle Grappies op 'n Stokkie, or All Jokes Aside, and it's Big Sip. So let me tell you guys about why we made those films. So the idea was that we weren't making anything after film school. We were just sort of like doing jobs, editing jobs, whatever jobs we could get to pay the bills, and we were really sort of starved from making films. We really wanted to get back into it, so we decided that, you know what, we've got a little bit of money, we've got a nice camera. Mark and I have written something before. Let's just write 6 films. We shoot them in 6 weeks. We give them 0 budget, and we'll just pull all the favors that we possibly could. And that's how it started. And a lot of people responded really positively. Now, I don't recommend just pulling favors. It's always better to pay people if you can. Luckily, the people of earlier films did understand, and they were sort of in the same boat. They just wanted to make films. So we sort of did that. But what I can say is that always feed your crew really well. That's very, very important. If you can't afford to pay them, at least give them nice food. You know what I mean? So make sure there's good food. Never skimp on the food, because that really is the energy on set, and it contributes to what people remember when they think back on the process. Cool. I'm gonna hand over to Mark. Evan asked a really cool question. So Mark, you can answer Evan's question down there.
Go out there and make your
Stay
movie.
safe. We're gonna say
Go
stay safe.
stay safe and
Make
make
your
your
movie.
movie.
Hey there, thanks Ev. Good question. When I saw it, I actually went onto my YouTube subscription list. I think I'm gonna keep them to film-related things. Cinecom.net. Great guys. They make some real fun filmmaking-related content. Film Riot, obviously, he was one of our Film Riot and Filmmaker IQ were two channels that really inspired us to make our own channel. Filmmaker IQ is probably one of the most underrated in my opinion. I think Jonathan Hess is an incredible educator. Yeah, he's brilliant. Let me look at more. Indie Film Hustle, they've got a pretty good podcast that they do, and they've got clips from those podcasts in their channel. Let's see. I'm just scrolling down this list here. This is riveting stuff here. Because I can't think of anything in this chaos. So
Make your movie. Go there, stay safe and make your movie.
I wasn't looking at the list. I suppose not filmmaking related, but some guys that I've been really liking recently. A comedy group called Auntie Donna. Shout out to those guys. Best, not filmmaking related, except they do have some good filmmaking in their videos. Commode and Mayo are little clips from and reviews of films by the best British critic, in my opinion, the best film critic out there today, Mark Commode. Who else? Peter McKinnon, obviously. Peter McKinnon, great filmmaker and photographer. He really knows how to make a good coffee making sequence. Andy Axe, I'm only going to give like 3 more, but Andy Axe, they've got a really good series on making a film company. It's such an incredible YouTube series. Carsten Runquist, brilliant guy, hilarious, really insightful, really empathetic, great sense of humor, great taste in film. Last one, Lessons from the Screenplay, sort of in the same vein as Every Frame a Painting, the guy who sort of started out the whole video essay trend. Lessons from the Screenplay, very much in the sort of same vein, but more of a focus on screenwriting. So if you are an aspiring screenwriter or just have any interest in film, even if you're not a filmmaker, just have any interest in film, Lessons from the Screenplay, brilliant.
Stay safe and make your movie. God there, stay safe and make your movie. Okay, I'm also gonna... Oh wait, new question. Yes. Who's counting the make your movies? Okay, so we've got a little counter at the bottom there, and when we press plus on this keyboard, it actually goes up 1. So they have to keep that, so that's why we're juggling the keyboard around. So every time we're going, but it's cool. We're at like 627 right now, which is hell's yeah. We're almost there. Thank you guys so much for everybody who's still listening. I don't know how many of you are from the beginning. If you are, I'm sorry for how annoying this is. But if you've just joined us, we reached 1,000 subscribers a little while ago, and we thought a really cool thing to do, and also just a cool idea to steal from Mr. Beast, is to just say, make your safe and make your movie, what they keep saying, one time for every single subscriber that we have. So far we've done 640, which you can see in the little counter down here. And so we are counting up to all of those things. I also want to throw in some YouTube channel recommendations. Let me just grab my YouTube quick.
That's so true.
The math is incorrect.
That's so true.
But we're a team. We're a team.
Anyways,
You have a good
keep
point.
going. You just can't stop. Go there, stay safe and make
Stay safe and make your move.
You're right, John. You're right. It's the fault of just doing it manually. But I mean, I don't think there's any AI in the world that would be able to recognize us while someone is also trying to answer questions. And also, if they could just lower their volume a little bit, that would be nice.
Stay safe and make your movie.
So, hi Amanda. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe if you're not already. Tell your friends about all the chaos that's happening right now. Let's see if we can get to 10 viewers. That'd be very cool. There's no way to verify where we are, but our counter is saying 665. That's a number. Anyways, so yes, that is what we are doing. Subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 10. Just be like, these guys are crazy. They're like chaotic. Also, leave us a like. Did you guys actually know that likes work? It counts as engagements, and then YouTube's like, oh, that's cool. Let's send it out to other people. Also, if you dislike, I don't care. It's still engagement. But I would appreciate it if you rather like, just for our feelings. If you could smash like, I would appreciate that. Amanda says very cool, but I feel like this is what it feels like to be high. You're probably correct. Let's not comment any further on being high. But yes, this is a bit crazy. Okay, what is John is saying? When I used to do indie student stuff years ago, one of the hardest things was performing the role of first AD. I'm not good at yelling, wrangling, etc. At this piece, and this piece burned me out. How do you manage? Cool. So assistant directing is a very important role on a set. For anybody who doesn't know, the first AD is the first assistant director. And basically you're the person running the set, which means that you make sure that people are on set on time. The actors, the crew members, you tell the cities to hurry up. You have to you're in charge of making sure the movie gets made while it's being shot. So if we're running behind, it's always the first AD's fault. So I can totally understand how it would suck to not be good at yelling and wrangling. But what I've found, because I don't like yelling at people. I'm sure I hope that you guys can sort of see that we are not this craziest we're not the yelling type. I'm sure John is as well. But what helps is really building a relationship with each person on set. And that gets really difficult the bigger the set becomes. Which is why a lot of ADs are just resort to being jerks and just yelling. But I don't think it's necessary. If you can build even the tiniest rapport with every single crew and cast member, and just tell them, hey, I'm the AD, and then also sometimes, not always, so especially not always, but maybe in lunch you can make jokes and people can be like, oh no, he's a cool guy. We want to listen. We want to help him. That's the thing. If you're just a jerk on set, then people don't want to listen to you, which I'm pretty sure is the thing that you struggled with. But if everybody understands, if you can make people laugh, which is a hard thing to do, then I think you can be an AD and you can tell people what to do. But if you are feeling burnt out, I would say take a step back, maybe go onto a set of a friend or whatever where someone else is the AD, just to sort of see what they do, what you can implement as well. So obviously it's very difficult if you have to fill that role. So yeah, that would be my advice. That's the thing where we also don't always, that's how we stay sane. I hope that helps you. Mark wants to say something.
Hi, thanks. That was a good question. Same thing with me. I'm not good at yelling, and I do get burnt out as well. How do I manage is, I think what Yaku said as well is, I don't think there's any excuse ever to be rude on a set. Even a director, producer, anyway, there's no need for it whatsoever. You don't need to yell to be an AD. if you don't feel that your voice is loud enough, you can. I think it's just about creating a rapport with the cast and the crew, so that when they hear your voice, they know that now is the time to maybe listen to what needs to be what needs to happen next. So I think you can approach it from the complete other angle and be incredibly approachable and foster a good environment on set, so that when you do speak about what needs to happen next, then everyone does listen. I think yelling is unnecessary, getting angry is unnecessary. From anyone on set, not just the AD. So I think it's just about the environment that you create on set. That's
Stay
it for
safe and make your
me.
movie. Go out there, stay safe and make your movie.
I see
Go out
we got
there,
a
stay safe and make your
question
movie.
from Amanda
Go
saying,
out there,
are you
stay safe
Canadian?
and
I don't know if
make
that's all three of us or one of us.
Make your movie. Go out
We
there,
are
stay
not
safe and
Canadian.
make
We
your
are flattered that you think
movie.
that.
Go there, stay safe and make your movie.
But we are not. I have been to Canada. I've been to Toronto to the film festival, so maybe I picked up a bit of an accent. Sorry, my mouth is so tired from talking now. But no, we are South African. We all live in different parts of Johannesburg. I'm from the south of Johannesburg. They live like 8 minutes away from each other here I don't even know what this area is called. I just visit them. But we are from South Africa, so thanks for asking that. I feel complimented that you asked that. I know a lot of YouTubers are from Canada, and if you are from Canada, hello, I love your country. I think I might move there one day. Toronto is amazing. I don't know if you are from there or Vancouver or wherever. But I love Canada. Canada rules. So does South Africa.
Stay safe and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe and make your movie. I just have this. I'm not sure. I think one of my friends bought this for me. I've never been to Canada.
I bought that for you.
No, you didn't. This was a friend. I came from Bloemfontein, which is sort of in the center of South Africa, and a friend of mine went to Canada, and he brought this back to me. I don't know how you saw this because it's off camera, but we are not from Canada. Maybe everybody who is on the stream now, let us know where you are from.
We'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
Stay safe and make your movie.
Oh, Amanda's from Sweden. Isn't that cool? Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda. Stay safe
And make your movie.
You come from where Ingmar Bergman came from. That's cool.
Make your movie. And Pony Smasher. Oh, I forgot to say my list.
Swedish Mafia. They're from there.
I forgot to give my list of YouTube recommendations. Let me pull it up quick here. I don't know, I can't really remember what Mark said, so I might repeat something. Let's hope I don't. Okay, so filmmaking wise, I think Austin McConnell is a pretty cool one as well. He does some random videos, but then he also does some really cool filmmaking videos. He made an animated feature film. That's really crazy, right? There's Action Movie Dad is somebody that I used to follow quite a bit. He's still uploading. I haven't checked him out in a while, but yeah, Action Movie Dad. He takes footage of his kids and then just does some crazy visual effects. So that's a good one to do. To go check out. Alex Myers is pretty cool. Not really filmmaking, but the main sort of content that he does. We're at 860, only 140 left. Okay, they're laughing. Are you married? Oh, to each other? No.
We have an amazing relationship.
We are not married. None of us are married, but Kaelin is engaged, so he's getting married later in the year. Let me continue with my list. Obviously, Mr. Beast, who we got this idea from, obviously one of his OG videos, saying PewDiePie, what was it, 100,000 times or something. Go check out Mr. Beast, obviously. Get him to 100 million subscribers. He's amazing. Colin and Samir is a pretty good channel that I like a lot. They've what they do these days is these really cool sort of podcast type videos where they do deep dives into the YouTube creators and sort of like just analyze the YouTube as a space and what people are doing, giving advice on how to make money on YouTube and business stuff. It's really cool. I'd recommend Colin and Samir. Dan Mace is a pretty cool guy, South African. You probably know him from probably from Casey Neistat's days. Obviously, Casey Neistat is another one. But yeah, he's back in South Africa now. He's doing some really cool stuff. I'm subscribed to Don't Subscribe. Please go subscribe to Don't Subscribe, which is a channel that Mr. Beast has that just houses all of his channels, so it'll like say which channels he has. So go subscribe to Don't Subscribe. Also help out Jack Massey Walsh or Jack Sucks at Life. He's getting $1 for every single person $1 penny for every single person who subscribes to Don't Subscribe, and he wants to get to 1 million. So go do that. Every Frame of Painting, I don't know if you've mentioned that one. Every Frame of Painting is, you did, okay. And then I'm just going to do one more. Gene Nagata and Potato Jet, really good stuff, does a lot of gear reviews. So if you like gear, I would say Potato Jet, and then his vlog channel is just his name, Gene Nagata. So those would be my YouTube recommendations. And make your movie. I think you can answer the next one. Go out there, stay safe.
Amanda. Oh yeah, I've seen one of Ingmar Bergman's movies, Fanny and Alexander. Great. I thought it was odd. Yeah, definitely.
Make your movie.
Congratulations on a subscriber from Sri Lanka.
Make your movie. That's so cool.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Welcome to our chaotic space.
Stay safe and make your movie.
Fanny and Alexander is a great film. My favorite Ingmar Bergman film is Persona. I wrote an essay on it in film school. Really great film about many things. Personality, identity being the main one. Wild Strawberries, remembering correctly, it was also a great Ingmar Bergman film. Yeah, but I think Persona is my my all-time fave. As I say, I'm forgetting everything I've ever watched right now amidst this chaos. But thank you for the question. Thank you so much, Vaishnav. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for the congratulations.
Can I just say to the subscriber from Sri Lanka, that's really awesome. Can you maybe possibly mention what films you'd recommend if there's some movies from Sri Lanka you'd recommend to us? It's nice to hear from maybe from everyone's countries the different movies you guys would recommend from your countries that we could watch. That would be really, really awesome. And I just want to say thank you to everyone from around the world for subscribing to us. We do have in South Africa what is known as load shedding, which hopefully will not happen. And load shedding is where the government just decides to switch off your lights for no reason. Okay, there is a reason, but still. And so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Not just your lights, your electricity.
Your electricity, they switch off your electricity. So hopefully that doesn't happen during this. If it does, you'll know the reason. But thanks once again to everyone that's joined us. We are almost there. Did you all go to film school? Yes. All three of us met in film school. I started in a film school in South Africa in Johannesburg called After. I was there in 2013, then I left first year, I left and I came back in 2015 because I went to go make 2 movies. And then we all kind of met. Yaku was then I came back the second year, and Yaku was in that year. We weren't really friends at that time, even though we worked on a lot of movies together. I just thought, this guy, I don't like him.
Make your movie. God, and then, whatever, man.
And then I met Mark, I was like, I don't like him. and then we got
Make your movie.
No, I'm joking. I love this dude. And then we met we met all together in second year, and I did honors with Yaku, and we've been pretty close since then. I was part of a different production company then. Now I'm part of Loop Pictures, and it's been pretty amazing. So I'm not saying it's a recommendation to do film school. I think everyone has their own journeys, but for me it kind of worked. I got to do quite a few short films under my belt, which definitely helped, because if my first short film was my first actual film, I would probably be an accountant now, not even like, but we're all from film school, so thank you for asking. Are you from film school? Is that what you studying? And then, awesome.
Make your movie. Okay, I'm going to take the next one, which is from John FBV again. Hey John, again. So he says, I saw you use the DJI Ronin SC. Just got one and my footage wasn't great. Whipping the camera around too fast, like a sword. How long did it take to develop gimbal muscles? Back killed me after. Yeah, gimbals are tough. I think what helped me is that before I bought the SC, I used to rent the Ronin M, which even like 3 or 4 years ago, before the Ronin SC and obviously the Zhiyun, I don't know how you say that, sorry, but yeah, before those gimbals came out, the Ronin M was really your only sort of option if you wanted a gimbal that wasn't also a Steadicam. So that I did a lot of training on gimbals, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube actually about how you should use gimbals, because you can't just walk normal, and gimbals have like a whole bunch of settings. If you're saying that it was like whipping around fast, you're probably on that mode. I can't remember that mode right now because it's insane trying to think while this is happening. But I would say go through the modes of the Ronin SC on the app. So install the app, connect it to your gimbal, and then check out the settings. You can actually adjust the sensitivity. You can adjust everything. You can make sure that it's like balanced properly. That's a big thing as well. But yeah, I would say it took me probably like 2 years before I felt like I was actually good. We are so close to 1,000. It's insane. We're gonna check. Let's see. Right now we have 1,031. That's cool. We gained 2 new subscribers since we started this thing. So if you go into your YouTube analytics, it actually tells you exactly. So I'm not sure what it shows at the bottom here. I think it says, it just says, these guys, I think it just says 1.2K or 1.02K or something. But yeah, we're at 1,031, so we're going to go to 1,031. I'm going to join them now. We'll talk about the Sri Lankan film in just a little bit. I just want to get to 1,000 as well. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe. We're gonna keep going to 1,031, one for every single subscriber that we have. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe.
Talking about the Sri Lankan film Rush.
Go out there, stay safe.
Which is great when considering its cinematography and editing side. Amazing. That sounds great. We will watch it. Thank you so much, Amanda, for subscribing, and thank you so much for your questions and engagement. And just to hit on your question about film school again, is we have a podcast called Department Spotlights where we speak to various departments about filmmaking, and a question we ask often is whether people thought film school was worth it or not. And yeah, we put a lot of effort into our podcast, and we hope it's a valuable resource for everyone. So yeah,
Go out there, stay safe. So since I just came on before we hit 1,000, I said we had 1,031. We actually have 1,033 now. So thank you. That's so cool. Please keep subscribing. It's so cool to see it just going up live. So if you subscribe now, we might have to go up. Oh wait, but we're almost there. Almost there. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie. Go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.
Don't just keep subscribing.
Go out there, stay safe,
going forever.
and
I'll
make
do
your
it.
movie.
Let's see how far
Go
we can
out
go.
there, stay safe, and make your movie.
Go out there.
1,033.
You get an account. You get an account. Everybody's getting an
Everybody
account.
got an account.
account.
So thank you guys so much. Every single one of the Make Your Movies that we did in this live stream is for one of you that has subscribed.
Yes, this
So,
is a thank you to all of you.
Thank you to all of you so much. I
Thank
hope
you.
that you could actually hear our answers to things. If you couldn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you so much. This was really fun. This was really awesome. And yeah, go check out the rest of our content and share it all around.
Yeah.
We
Thank you
release.
to everybody that spoke to us.
Thank you to everybody who
thank you so
commented.
much.
Thank you to everybody who watched. Yeah, we release a new video every week, so go check it out. And then
Yeah.
we'll
Thanks,
see
Amanda,
you in
once
the next
again
video.
We have to say it again.
We have to say it once
No,
more
no ways.
because at the end of our we have to say it because we got 34. I mean, so
Okay.
we have to say it. We're gonna say it one more time, and that's
because-
the end of the stream because we
Okay.
always say it at the end of our videos.
Okay.
So for one last time, go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.